Welcome to Opportunity Knocks. I can't believe I'm saying this. Episode 10. Episode 10 of Opportunity Knocks. And my guest today is the one and only, the only guy who can make probate fun, or funny too. And that's Mike Wild. Mike, so good to have you here, man.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Great to be here.
Such an honor to have you here, man. So first, you got to tell me, how do you do it, man? How do you do how many nonprofits are you involved in right now?
Oh, geez. So I'm on the board of 6. So I'm chairing 2 of them right now. I'm chairman of the board of Handy and the chairman of the board of Art Broward. I'm the past chair of 201 Broward. I'm on the executive board for the Boys and Girls Club. I'm on the Southeastern Ambassador Board and a fellow there. Plus, I run their entire plan giving and legacy giving.
And you have a business too.
And I have a business.
You work.
And I'm also on the Broward Sheriff's Advisory. So it's and I'm involved also with a couple other nonprofits like Children Farm, but not at a board level. So yeah, a lot of my time is spent charity wise, and then 2 young kids, and then the rest is work. So
wow, I don't know how you have time, man. Good for you. And
that's why I'm still a 17 handicap.
That's right. So take me back to the beginning, the UF days. So this podcast is Opportunity Knocks. Now, the goal of this podcast is we're talking to successful South Florida entrepreneurs, and we want to find out opportunity, I believe, knocks all the time on your door. It's just when people take advantage of or when So I'd like to hear your story of how you got into probate first, because you're at UF. Did you know that was your clear path? As a kid, did you grow up saying, I want to be a probate?
No. I always knew I was going to be an attorney, but, when I was growing up, LA Law was my show, so that and Boston Legal later on, stuff like that. So I thought I was going to litigate. When I went into law school, I even did a little bit of trial team. And I still remember this one trial where I gave the closing argument for, it was an insurance case where the insurance company was trying to say the guy killed himself. The wife was there trying to say no, he just asphyxiated by accident in the car in the garage. But so it was, and when I gave my closing, the jury was crying. And so the girl who was in law school, she says, "You're like the best attorney." But then the problem is, what I realized is it's not all openings and closings. In fact, very rarely does a trial even in front of a judge or jury, or definitely get the closing. They'll just settle. And so when I graduated law school, I did want to always be an estate planning attorney. At that point, I had a great estate planning professor in law school. He was very funny. His name was Doug Miller.
Shout out to Doug Miller.
Shout out to Doug Miller, if he's still there. And so I still remember the first day, he said, "What is estate planning?" He said, "It's what happens to your shit when you die." And he talked about, that his...
So he had that personality that you kind of kept moved to your business.
Absolutely. Even his exam, he had mostly multiple choice, but then one part was an essay about a guy who was trying to divorce his wife and was trying to figure out ways to hide the money. And you had to come up with ways to go offshore or come up with different partnerships, stuff like that. It was a very cool asset protection question. He used to also bring up examples of him and his mom get along, but his mom doesn't like his son and his choices. So when they go on a flight, he puts his mom in first class. So when they hit a mountain, he inherits from the mom, and then the son can inherit from him. Things like that. So it was very funny. And then when I graduated, I knew I wanted to start my own firm. I always have been entrepreneurial. And I knew that it was estate planning.
Well, I started in litigation because I needed to learn how to run a law firm. So I went to a small law firm. And I went to court every single day. Went to David Broward, Palm Beach. And David
Oh, yeah. That's right. Our professional camera work. By the way, we're live, so great.
Exactly. But I went to every single day. It was all just nothing to do with the law, and nothing to do with challenging, fighting. It was all just knowing the judge.
All connections, all relationships, and network. So that leads to my next question, which what made you, was that kind of a strategy when you started your practice, is here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all in and put myself out there, donate a lot of time. Is that part of your model?
It's part of it. Now, I can't take all the credit figuring out that it was the nonprofit. I did always think I could sell.
I know how to sell. I come from a line of salesmen. My grandfather, even my brothers did sales.
We all like to sell. We all connect.
But learning the area law, that was something I had to on the fly. Now, when I first started, this is dating a little bit, 15 years ago, I started my firm, and my first office orders, so I didn't have orders anymore. I always did to have my laptop, I was using their Wi-Fi, and I just was trying to figure out, how do I mean, the death rate's 100%, right? Everyone needs it. So how do I find business? I thought I just business starts walking up and down the halls, like, hey, you will, you didn't trust me, so then I started networking. Yeah, first I started doing the for-profit. A couple of the groups, lunch group over at Cafe with all my friends, your brother. And so we started doing that. Started E&I, through that. But I realized that the for-profit, it was more. I was participating in their business as much as we really try to help each other. That's why the group sounded now. Less about yeah. We have dues. Fill out the slip. None of that all relationship. Exactly. I don't care. Referrals, people are doing it wrong. Trying to help people each other. So I stopped doing for-profit as much when I started getting into nonprofits. Now, the person who most did nonprofits, Bob, very close friend of mine to this day, where he was the vice chair 211 Broward. He said, hey, you know what, maybe I've done this lately, maybe friends with Malcolm Blake. He said, I'm going to bring you on the board. I'm the chair. I said, well, I'll team with that. I didn't. Was this your first board? Well, my first board had senior volunteers. That worked after I gave a presentation, but not an golf tournament. Why nonprofits are getting fundraising wrong. The idea being that I love playing golf. I go to golf tournament. I'm a charity. Yeah, it's true. You create. Yeah. And so I did this presentation. John Gargano was the chair of Senior Officers. Got me on that board. That board had an average age of about 100. So the joke was that you euthanize the board. Cocoon. Exactly. And so then Bob got me on the 211 board. And that board, I was small in South. I mean, that board had not just Bob Wines running a bank, John Benz who runs Oriole Healthcare System, Greg Hale, who's a lawyer later became the dean and president of college, Mike Keating, who runs Florida. So all these big but whenever I had an idea, talking about it, and they welcomed it. It wasn't like, you're just your boss. No. And I volunteered my way to the top of that board, and I became chair of that board. But throughout that process, it just was introduced to a tremendous group of leaders, which as anyone who volunteers in the nonprofit world knows, every county, 20% of people do equal. So I got to be 20%. Yep. From there, Bob brought me onto the Handy Board, which I'm now the chair of years later. And I started, once you're, first of all, if you're an estate planning attorney, one of the 70, they're going to want to every board. They want to play a giving part of it. But the fact that I also was dynamic and business-focused was helpful to the board.
Well, not say marketing, but like a marketing genius. I mean, you know how to market yourself. When it comes, and tell quickly the story of the jacket, the pink jacket. That's another charity I'm involved with. That's American Society. So American Society are very good friend to the major gift officer at American Society. I met her actually at a 211 event, I think 10, 12 years ago that I was emceeing. And so I was again not very my camera or my so I was ran that. She said, I gotta get you involved with the site. At that time, I was on 10 nonprofits. I was involved in 14 different charities as far as doing events and running March Dimes, Society, all these different ones. So she said, I need to do real men banks, Katie. If I ask more people for money, nobody's going to take my calls. You need to run a business. I ask for money like for what I do for a living. So I came up with the idea. I said, what am I known for better than anybody in America? So I stole the idea from soccer and NASCAR. And I just said, put the logos all over. So I said, I'm going to take a jacket and I'm going to put
logos on my back.
To a $300 donation.
All your logo, wear it around 31 straight days. October 1st. So that was 9 straight years. I've raised $60,000.
You're kidding me. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
And I didn't mean it to be a advertising stuff. I didn't see like selfish. I was trying to help my kids. But I became the guy with the jacket. Where random people, waiters and car attendants, they'll be like, "Where's the big jacket?" Don't be mad. You know what's
so good about the story, Mike, is that in business, a lot of times people are guarded and protect. With this, you want people to copy that. You want people to do it in different, not all over the place. So if somebody in Idaho hears about this, sees that, you know what, let me get a jacket, raise money for. I think that's a movement I think created because again, it's something. I don't know they're doing it.
Well, that did happen. So American Society National got wind of it, and they gave me 2019. I think it was they gave me advisor of the year for whole nation because of the big jacket. Because I had a couple $1 million of donation life insurance also. But I was then. The following year in Nashville, Bachelor Board. It was October, so I was wearing the big jacket. And a lady comes up, she goes, I know you. She said, I am in Nashville. She goes, I'm the CEO of American Society in River County. And they did a talk about you, and they said they want our guys to start doing stuff like you're doing. And that was in Nashville, Tennessee, the one recognizing the big jacket.
So everything we're hearing, by the way, right now is all opportunity knocked. And Mike took advantage of it. And that's the key again to this is little things like talking about Birdsong and saying, I want you to join. None of this would happen. I don't think that was that. But you saw that. A lot of people would say, oh, yeah, I can't. These guys are all monsters. I'm just young attorney. I'm not going to get in there. You took a chance. You opened the door when opportunity knocked. And that's what this podcast is all about is to give advice how you did it. Somebody else listen to this and say, I can do that. You know, I love that. I love this person. Let's go down to the business side of things because I want to know how. Yeah, you mentioned 100% of people are going to die. 100% of people are going to need to hire, or not all going to do it. Unfortunately, the dangers of not hiring, having a will, having why don't you talk a little bit, not high level, but give us like an overview of what's the risk? Why do you need that?
Sure. Well, most people, and you and your brother both fine, so but most people don't realize wills don't. A will of minor children points guardians, children, forced probate. So you're going to fall one of two categories. Either you don't have a physical asset, like a business or a house or any real estate investment, anything like that. You can have beneficiary on your bank accounts, brokerage accounts. You can avoid probate. You can't avoid guardianship there if you need your minor children. So that beneficiary definitely can protect them for things like divorce, litigation, bankruptcy, estate tax, whatever it might be. Whereas if you do have a trust of any kind, even a simple trust with probate, these protections from an age standpoint, the trust I have for my kids protects them further, so that way it's a dynasty trust that protects the great-great-great that might never meet, protects them from those things. In Florida, trusting lasts 360 years, which they don't water. It's basically forever.
Wow. So if you get a trust done, it'll last 300. Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Florida, the only state South Dakota. So that's what makes more sense to get that done. Oh, that's a one-time. But once you do the trust, obviously you have to update it. You have to meet with, in this case, you to go through it. Especially with real estate going, seeing what we've seen in South Florida the last 3-4 years. Real estate double, triple some properties have. That asset right there, if you're talking about. So give me a real life situation. Somebody, you're talking like a fifth grader. So somebody owns a house, that's the biggest asset. Say they have $200,000 in equity in that house. Yeah. They pass away. Their kids, they don't have this trust set up. What happens? Walk me through the process. Sure. So we have a situation where the person is 75 years old and they have one adult child. Probably not, because we go through probate, it takes a few months, so it costs $5-6 grand, whatever it might be. But they'll get it.
where
the
problems
happen
are
minor kids,
or if it's not any kids as they drop to, or if you have different percentages that you want to go. So if you have a probate of a homestead property, for instance, and it goes to three children, two of which get along one doesn't, then there's an issue because all three are on the deed, and they all agree. And that's usually where real estate litigation attorney comes in to quiet the title and split the asset. Because if it's in the trust, even if you're not worried about the probate, at least one person in charge. Sometimes that's one of the children, sometimes that's relatives, sometimes it's
and they have the authority to make the decisions. That's the key. Control over. Because otherwise, three people, it's not going to work. And one of them disagree. And that's, I'm sure you see that all the time. Yeah. Let's switch gears now to the marketing side. Let's talk about some stuff because I would say I've seen a lot of, we talked about the jacket, that's from the nonprofit side, not your business, but how did you, is there anything you've done on the probate side? Obviously, I've heard you stand up and do your fun commercials, you make people laugh and stuff like that, but is there anything like as far as like a tactic you did that we could take away and say, if you can do that in probate, I could definitely do it in, e-commerce, whatever it is, that business that somebody's listening to. Is there anything that you can say, here's something I did, a tactic that I got really good results on?
Absolutely. In fact, something that advice I gave someone too. So in that category, own what you do. Don't try to sugarcoat what you do. Don't probate grief counts. That's not what it is. When someone comes to me and they say, my husband just died, they don't want me to give them a hug and talk to them about, tell me some memories you had with your husband. No, they're like, how do I get the assets away from the court and to my family where I can protect them? The grieving. In fact, the whole time, all the time, when I draft the estate plan, I'm the person who drafts the trust. They're not going for probate. They will come to me and say, what do I have to do? Nothing. You agree. I've already done it. It's done. It's protected.
That's great.
And it's not a happy moment, but it is for me, knowing that I provided them with something off their table. Someone died. I mean, think about it. I mean, we had it in your family. To know that it's there and you worry about it. It's a release.
Right.
And so same thing with mine. My grandmother passed last year. My dad and my aunt, uncle, what do you do? I'm like, nothing. We've done it. Yeah. So having that piece of mind. But when it comes to probate, if you can't laugh at that, what you laugh at? That's why you say that phrase 100%. Or like what I talk about Mother's Day. She brought you into this world. Help her get out of it. Get her to stay. Those type of things are the laugh. Yeah. Everyone wants Dave Matthews actually wants to accept that you're going to die and then you start living. And I love that quote. I had a woman, young woman, that worked for a funeral home. And she used to always like hide what she did. She was embarrassed to talk about that. She felt like she kept sending people. And she would talk about like, I help you after you're grieving. Just own the fact that you bury people. Because the fact is nobody wants piles of dead people in the street. They're doing this. If you're a plumber, like, I'm a hydro engineer. I don't know. You're fixing my toilet. I love it. Own that. Fix my toilet. I need that surface. Love that. Also, if you try to hide what it is you do, and this is at every level, in parts of the hire you got business cards from people that doesn't say what they want. Financial advice does not say anywhere on it being right. Attorney doesn't say what area of law they do. I'm like, how would I know to call you if you're not telling me what you do? So it's not even a lot of people struggle with that, including myself. I mean, look. When you're doing, especially building a new business like I'm doing right now, I'll give you a perfect example. This sprinter, part of the business model, we're doing a podcast now. We're talking about part of my business model is I believe so much in content. Just like you. I mean, I know the power of it. The better the content is, the more authentic it is. It positions you as the authority, and this sprinter just gives that little like it makes it different, everybody's sitting on a Zoom, the camera right there. It just looks like the same thing all the time. But this is a little twist. I said, I could create content for business owners in here. I had a hard time describing that as like how. So I'd love to coach me on this. So in other words, this is a service that I'm offering businesses. And by the way, it's not only they come in, they only give you the backstory. I'd love to hear you come up with it. This is fun.
So
the
the
model
model is,
when I had my SEO, we were doing SEO, I realized the real value of SEO is the work that's done ahead of time. So in the beginning, when you do research on keywords, on how people are searching online, if you do that right, SEO is really the easy part. Anybody can do it. A lot of people, but if you, not a lot of people can do the research the right way. So if you don't pick the right keywords, for example, or understand how people are searching online, it doesn't matter what you do. You can get paid for every term, but if they're not searching for that, it's useless. So that part of it, I became really good at is that research part. And when I came here, when I started this spreader business, I said, I'm going to do that research for business. So let's say probate. So what questions are people asking online? And we researched a website called Answer the Public. There's a lot of them. But it tells you these are how people are going to YouTube. Remember, YouTube's the second largest. People love hearing people, watching people rather explain something. So, what's the, after how long does probate last? Let's say that's a question. People are asking it. So what I do is I bring the client in. I have about 50 questions that I fire. So it's a Q&A. Instead of a podcast like we're doing, it's just one question after another, and we're there for an hour. I then take that content, cut it up, post it on YouTube, and I become recently obsessed with YouTube marketing, how to rank. It's the second largest search engine, and it's what I'm doing now. I went from one subscriber a month ago to almost over 5,000 I got now today. So like watch it. That's all they know. They don't know ABCs. So what happens now is I take that, optimize it, and then over time, there's 50 pieces of content still rating on Google. My challenge, I'm giving you the background of that. My challenge is how do I create what I do for that? Is it I just do content marketing? I said that, and my brother Ryan said, "What is that? What does that mean?" Yeah, and I realized maybe we don't realize content. I mean, we don't know what content, but any advice you can give me on that?
Sure, absolutely. It's really, I mean, it's not all you do. That's just the first part of it. That's the marketing. So I would say what you're really trying to tell people is that I know what your clients before you do. Mm-hmm. So it's almost predictive marketing. That's really what it is. Mm-hmm. And so you're predicting what the client's going to ask before they ask. So I might, for instance, let's say, and it's a perfect example in my area of law, because I'm probably the only state market, right? But if I remember one of the network websites in the business part didn't have emails. Okay. Good job. And he's like, I don't even have a website. I just posted my business in the yellow pages like 10 years ago. And I was like, you can do it. My Instagram handle is Florida Law Firm. Like, I got it so early. Yeah. It's not network. So for someone, you come to me and you say, hey, Mike, you're a planning attorney. What do you think people are searching? And I go, estate planning. And no, they're not. Nobody knows that. Like the average person is not saying.
They're searching. You guys had sentences.
Yes.
My parent passed away. What do I do? That's search term.
What happens when my wife dies? When my kid dies? Right. At the very bottom.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll ask like layman's terms, and lawyers specifically are bad at it. I remember the first time I heard someone say I'm a commercial litigator. I go, what do you sue Tony the Tiger? I go, you sue commercials? I said, don't say you're commercial, like layman. So what you're going in professional and you're saying you know your business, but you don't know how to convey your business to the public. And the public is asking for what you have, but you don't even realize it because you're marketing you think they're in.
Or your small network you're marketing to. There's everyone out there that's searching.
Exactly for your business. So what you're doing is you're broadening. You are doing public marketing. You're marketing. I like the term.
I do too. I like predicting.
Yeah. You're predicting what the client
based on real data. I love it.
Awesome,
man.
So what else
does
Mike Wild have going on?
I mean, I know we've talked about a lot of things, but anything new coming up with your firm, any nonprofit, anything, talk about anything, what do we got?
It's been good. So as a law firm, especially, we had huge influx of clients, especially high net worth clients after 2020. Everyone was like, everyone was scared about COVID. And then, no, it's just and Trump tax thing was going to go away. And so everyone freaked out. Now we have a little bit of a window now. It's not going to sunset until 2025. But based on the November elections, I can be very here. If the Republicans don't take the House, Senate, and White House, then it is going to sunset in 2025. We're going to go from a $14.5 million exemption next year to a $3 million exemption next year. So it's wow. That's huge. For most people, it's not going to affect the average person. But for those people who own businesses, who have businesses that sometimes they're cash poor, so they don't think they're rich. But the evaluation of the business $10 million, and then their house $2 million, and their IRA is $3 million, and then all of a sudden, wow, they are very taxable, and they can't even access the money. Well, they are the worst. They're the worst. Yeah. Because it's not liquid. Yeah, and the IRS comes 9 months later. And says, by the way, your dad died. You owe us, 40% of the value of the exemption list. Which is what happened to the Robbie family when they had to sell the house. They got $50 tax. And they had any money. They didn't have probate. Well, they everything. They didn't have any planning. Oh, that's what I'm saying. No planning. So actually Tim Robbie, still. But don't get me wrong. They're not poor. They sold the team for like $120 million and $45 million to the IRA. But the team sold 10 years later for billions. And now it's worth $3 billion. So I mean, just think about that. And the stadium Joe Robbie. We always thought Joe Robbie. But now, Sun Life, Hard Rock. Now it's just like over and over again. So, to have your family, got your legacy go away into planning. So we have that's a big push business-wise. And then nonprofit-wise, we just had a huge event for Handy Rise. Next year's Moonrise event is going to be February 1st. It's $500,000. It's huge. It was on the beach, sand. Really a very original event. Just like I said about business. Same thing with my nonprofits. Do not make me put a tuxedo on and go listen to someone everyone wants. We got Ranch coming up. Fun one. Bergeron. Yep. Belt buckle. All that stuff. We just do one nonprofit awards where we give money to other nonprofits. Gotta be nuanced there. So the marketing I do, for my business, I also do for my nonprofits. And the same thing with one of those nonprofits. Usually after that microphone, I'm doing an ask or something. I love it, man. And just to tell everybody what you did with me when I walked in. This is why it's so important to always communicate, always talk. Because even if you don't think somebody wants to hear you, Mike walked in and just so you guys know, I wanted to add an element to this opportunity knocks that's off-site. It's not in the sprinter. And I want to do something that gives back. And my thought on it was let's do something for homeless. Let's help out homeless. Because you drive by, we're so lucky to be able to eat every day. You see these people are just starving. They're looking for something to eat. And it's such a tough life. So how can I help there? I just mentioned this to Mike, and he instantly goes, "Oh, why don't you tie it with the veterans?" He goes, "I have a connection, and I'm involved with this." And that's he's texting as I'm setting up the sprinter. So he moved like that on it. And now I have a meeting set up, and we're going to be going out and meeting with and bringing somebody in and giving them something and helping them out, and then documenting that journey of getting somebody that might be unemployed or even homeless. The veteran gave to our country, gave us so much, and give them an opportunity. Even though that's small, it's one person. Hey, I want to help any way I can, and especially if you're hearing a story of Mike with the 38 nonprofits that he's sharing right now. Decent rolling.
man. It's so good to have you here, man. I really appreciate it. And thanks for being a guest on Opportunity Knocks.
No, it was a lot of fun. And next time we'll do it on the PTCC golf course.
Like that. Yes, for sure. With some vino after.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Great having
it, man.
That was awesome.